That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this damn break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right, y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. Child, we gotta go over Skye's, y'all. Now we're not going inside the house, y'all. Skye's sitting in the car, and it's a lot going on over there. I said, oh Lord, what's going on, ma'am? Oh boy, y'all, it's a lot going on over there. And honey, we gonna get into it. Now TMR had y'all standing at the break room door. I forgot to open up the door. Nicole, sis, I forgot to give you the key to get into the break room. My bad, sis. Okay, I'm going to have to pass out a couple keys in the event. You know, I'm running a little tardy for the damn party. And y'all won't just be standing outside of the daggone door over there. You said TMR. What'd you say, PJ? PJ said TMR on time. The Target lady just pissed me off, so this will get my mind. I'm not the Target lady. PJ, you mad at the Target lady? What the Target lady do, sis? Oh, Lord. Yes, I'm going to have to pass out a couple keys to y'all because, you know, in the event TMR running a little tardy, y'all can just come on in, sit down, get y'all seat, get y'all refreshments, okay? Yes, Andy, tardy for the damn party over here. What you say, Virgo Diva? Virgo Diva said, girl, let us in because I was swiping my badge and it wasn't working. Security wouldn't let me in. Girl, are you sissy? That's why I like the security that I have. Cause baby, they don't play. They don't give a damn if they just seen you 5 days in a row. If the queen didn't say let you in, then you ain't getting in. But Virgo Diva, don't worry about sis, because I'm gonna give you a key too. I can't give everybody a key, okay? But I'm gonna give a couple of y'all keys so y'all can get in. You know. What's up, Tasha Nicole? When the break room is supposed to be open, but I'm running damn late, okay? You said they doing their job, honey. Yes, sis. Ooh, okay, y'all. So, all right. So, Skye, baby, yeah, baby, Skye over there, honey. It's like an episode of Sex Lies and Videotapes over there. I said, woo, what is going on, man? Thank you, Virgo Diva. Hey, Truth. Baby, I said, honey, what is going on? So, y'all, we got evictions. Marriages, okay, secret babies. It's a lot going on. It's a 45-minute conversation, and we might turn it into 2 damn hours over there, okay? Now she got some neck bone plates. You're so silly. Nicole, girl, you are silly. What's up, pretty dope? Oh, Lord. Yeah, Latrice says, oh, no, sis, what's going on? Now, let me tell you, hey, Nisha F. Now, hey, Majesty. What's up, Kenya? What's good, y'all? Hey, JB. What's good, sis? Wait for it. Hey, boo. Hey, Tamri. Now, let me say this, y'all, before we get into the commentary. Now, in the title of this video, what's up, Cancer? In the title of this video, you said TMR Mods, can somebody drop me the link to become a channel member? Yeah, can y'all please drop Cancer 66 a link so she could become a part of the 2 Live crew? Honey, the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. What's up, Sunshine? So, y'all, in the title of this video, you know, unfortunately, some of us have experienced some of these things in the title of this video. Thank you, Flower Patch. Have experienced some of these things over there. And you know, well, we're gonna listen to Skye's story because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. TMR has already listened to the video, and there's some holes in this story. You know, if you use common sense, some of the things that Skye is telling us does not make common sense. It just don't. But okay, it's her story, and just because it don't make sense to us, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true. Okay, truth said. What sis? What's going on? What's up, TLD? Apple pie. What's good, sis? Hey, simply. So just because it don't make sense to us, y'all, Cancer. Thank you so much, sis, for becoming a part of the damn True Live crew, honey. So just because it doesn't make sense to us, y'all, doesn't necessarily mean it's not true. Because we know, although we can figure what, you know, normally this is what happened, but you know, y'all, a lot of times there are exceptions to the rules. Okay. So we're gonna get into her story. We're gonna see what we can do to figure out. We're gonna see if we can help Skye. Okay, we definitely gonna feel like we may be able to help her because I personally feel like we have a lot of intelligent people in the chat. Okay, now if she listens to us, Mrs. Cannon, thank you so much for becoming a part of the Two Live crew, sis. Okay, I know that's right, girl. Just because you know we give our suggestions does not mean all the time that they're gonna listen to us. Okay. Yes, Lynn, I'm doing well. I hope you are too, honey. So, y'all, let's get into it, okay? Because TMR done ran her mouth long enough. Let's let Skye run her damn mouth, okay? Oh boy.
Hey, waiting on some more people to come in. Then I'll get started with the live. How you doing? Hey. All right, everybody's coming in. Hey, everybody. Hey, I know it's been a minute since I've been live. But y'all, I am stressing. I am stressing. I was supposed to go live a few days ago, but I didn't. But I'm going live now because I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing? I'm going to talk about y'all. It's so much going on right now. It's so much going on right now. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm going to get started because I'm not about to sit and wait for a whole lot of people to come in. I'll post this after I'm finished. So everybody who's been following me for a long time know that I've been going through having to go to court with my lawyer. I mean, with my landlord and all of that stuff. So, man, I'm stressing. So I've been paying rent to
Say cheese.
So I've been paying rent to the courts instead of to the landlord. So the landlord has stated they haven't been getting payments from the courts. Which I look at my account and it's showing that they got my rent up to like $6,000, saying that I owe like $6,000 some dollars. But I have the receipts that I've been paying it to the courts.
Pause. So let me give you guys a little context to what Skye is saying. So Skye is a Section 8 recipient. She lives in the state of South Carolina. So as you just heard Skye state, she is paying her rent to the courts, not to her landlord, not to Section 8, but to the courts in whatever county she lives in South Carolina. Now, to all of us mature dolls in the chat who's been on their own for quite some time, you all know typically when you rent a home, or an apartment, you typically pay your rent to the owner of the building or apartment complex that you're living in, that you're leasing, correct? Even if you are getting some type of assistance for your housing, initially you still are paying whatever portion of the rent that you are supposed to pay. You pay that to whomever you signed your lease with, be it the property management, be it the private landlord, or whomever. That's who you pay your rent to. In Skye's situation, she is now paying rent to the courts. The reason why she's paying her rent to the court, see, Skye is going to tell you the story that because she had to call code enforcement, she makes it sound like because she has a pending case with her landlord, that's why she's paying rent to the court. That is not the reason. The reason why Skye is paying rent to the court, obviously, for all of us who have rented before, you know, anytime the courts get involved, that means there has been some type of eviction, pending eviction, or the apartments or your property manager or your landlord has filed something with the court, basically stating that you are not compliant with your lease terms, meaning that your rent is behind. So this is the reason why Skye is paying her rent to the court opposed to the landlord, because at one point, it's more than obvious that she probably got behind in her rent. And instead of them actually putting her out, they may have came up with some type of agreement and allow her to pay the rent to the courts, which I think they call it in some states, they'll call it like a bond, I believe. I think she mentions that word in this video, okay? She mentions the word bond. Now, Skye has been doing this for quite some time. She's actually been paying her rent to the court since last year. If you guys been following my reactions to Skye, you know Skye told us this last year. Okay, we're already into the 7th, almost 8th month of 2024. So it sounds like at least for the almost a year, she's been paying her rent to the court, which makes me believe that the reason why she's paying her rent to the court for so long is more than likely to the expiration of her lease term. So I'm gonna let her continue talking.
So I have on my phone where I can see what comes in my mailbox. So it's a letter in my mailbox, just has my name on it, don't have nothing else on it. Go to my mailbox yesterday, and I got an eviction notice. But I have been paying my rent. I have the receipts. But the landlord wants me out so bad that they're not caring about none of that. They're not caring about any of that. My rent went up. I've been trying to get in touch with my lawyer to tell them that my rent went up for this month. But the courts are saying that I'm only supposed to pay what they have. So then Section 8 pays what they pay, and I'm supposed to pay the rest.
So let me help you guys out, because I see what y'all saying in the chat, but y'all need to listen, okay? Skye's rent is $1,350 a month for a 3-bedroom townhouse. When Skye initially moved into this home, out of the $1,350 that the landlord wanted for this home that she's living in, Skye's portion of the rent was $263. I'm gonna say that one more time because I don't think y'all heard what I said. Out of $1,350, Skye only had to pay $263 $3 of $1,350. Section 8 paid the remaining amount, obviously, to the landlord. Okay, so the government cuts the check straight to the landlord. The government agency, which is Section 8, cuts the check straight to the landlord. And then Skye obviously would have to pay her portion straight to the landlord. So somehow between the time she initially rented this townhome to whenever she went to court, somehow, some way, Skye more than likely got behind on her rent. She actually mentions that in this live. See, that's why a lot of times y'all just got to listen, because she told the story in bits and pieces. But if you listen all the way through, what I just said initially is the reason why Skye is not paying her rent to the landlord, but to the courts, because she was obviously facing eviction at one point, and she got legal aid involved, right? She got legal aid involved, and through the courts, the landlord and the landlord's attorney, they worked out a deal with her where her rent was paid straight to the courts instead of the landlord. So I'm gonna let her continue.
But if the lawyer does not put in my amount,
CEO,
it's considered short. So now I got the letter yesterday.
Hey,
it said
Candy
7
Steve.
days. I got the letter yesterday. I have until the 29th to move me and my kids and all of our stuff out of my apartment. And when you have Section 8, you can't get evictions. So then I'm without Section 8. Mind you, I have taken letters to my...
Stop, Skye. So as you just heard, Skye just told you, when you are a Section 8 participant, one of the ways to lose your Section 8 is to be evicted from the home that Section 8 pays your rent for. That's the whole purpose of Section 8 paying your rent, to alleviate you having to pay all the rent. Right? It's under the public housing form. Okay, so Section 8 is under the public housing form. And we know most people who get either Section 8 or live in public housing, income is below the poverty level, right? So Skye just told us the court sent her a letter stating she has 7 days from the receipt of that letter, from the date that of the not actually the receipt of the letter, from 7 days from the date of the letter to leave her apartment. She states that that date is the 29th of July, which is this coming Monday. Today is Thursday, the 20, what's today, y'all? The 25th. So I'm going to take a poll in the chat. If, let's just say, one of you all or all of you all in the chat are in Skye's current situation. You get a letter in the mail that says that you got to be out of your place in 7 days. Today's Thursday. Your 7th day is Monday. How many of you guys would take the time to get on a live stream to tell your audience that you're being evicted and you got to go? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all would take the time to get on a live stream to tell your audience that you are being evicted and you got to leave within, 3 days? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Or would you guys be very busy trying to find accommodations for you? We'll soon find out. Skye's new husband, her 6 children, and her husband's child, which is the 7th child, is the reason why Skye fixed her title on one of her latest videos, Mother of 7. Because not only did she marry a man, she also inherited his child, which is now her stepchild. How many of you guys will be either actively looking for a place to house your whole entire family, or take an hour out of your day to tell people what your problem is? And more than likely, this audience doesn't have a solution for you. Let me know in the chat.
Section 8 worker letting her know from doctors stating that we didn't need to be in this apartment. My lawyer before this one also gave a letter that I needed to be out of the apartment, but I couldn't.
Yes, S. Wiseman.
I couldn't pay directly to the landlord and until I went to court with them, which that court date has not even been set yet. So I'm still supposed to go to court with these people, but the court date hasn't even been set yet.
Yes,
Okay.
Felicia.
I'm like, okay, fine. And then I just had to let go of my McDonald's job because I no longer had somebody to watch my kids. Whole mess with that.
So who was watching your kids in order for you to accept the position at the McDonald's job? Who, now we know Skye is Southern, so she pronounced it McDonald's as McDonald's. It's all right. It's okay. It's just, you know, wherever you are in the United States, we all pronounce things differently. So we're not going to make a big deal out of that. But who was watching the kids when you accepted the position at McDonald's to now you have to abruptly leave that position? Now you got the husband there. What shift does he work? Can we coordinate shifts? If he works days, then you work evenings at McDonald's. Or if he works evenings, then you work days at McDonald's. Like I would think the whole reason you became this man's wife is for him to help you not be a single mother, and him coming into the home is an asset, not a deficit. And even if you are losing the McDonald's job, no worries, because I would just assume new hubby has a job as well. So since you had to lose out on your second job, then wouldn't hubby go pick up a second job so you could be at home and watch all the children? Considering you're giving him the luxury of living in your Section 8 home, Skye. Let's continue.
So I'm sitting up here trying to I have like suitcases and things at my mom's house that I'm trying to get. You guys know that I posted a video about my sister and how everybody. I guess I can. We haven't even been to court. I have a case against the landlord. We haven't even been to court. Every time I go in to pay, they call it a rent bond. Every time I go in to pay it,
yes, Lynn,
I'm asking, has a court date been set? Because, I need to know.
Okay, Lynn and everybody in the chat, I see a lot of you guys are questioning. Skye is married. Y'all remember the reaction we did? If you were in my chat, we did a reaction the other day to Skye making up her bed. And there was a very kind of large man in the video helping her make up the bed. That's her husband.
What I need to do. I need to know, I need to be prepared of, okay, if I have to get out, or,
yes, Chanda,
or what the situation is. They kept saying a court date has not been set. But yet the landlord can go up there and still serve me eviction papers.
Yes. See, okay, so this is what Skye is confusing. She's suing the landlord because of unhabitable living conditions. However, what people seem to not know is when Skye moved into that house, that townhome, that 3-bedroom townhome, it was immaculate. It was a very nice apartment. Skye admits in this live that she tore the apartment up. Her and her children tore the apartment up. So yes, we thought the landlord was a slumlord, and maybe he is a little slummish, okay? However, Skye's living habits intensified the slumminess. And so the landlord basically said, F you, F the Section 8, just clear my apartment, give me my ish back, and I'll either let that mother sucker stay empty or I'll find me a better tenant to occupy this home. So Skye keeps concentrating on the court date because she had to get code enforcement involved, but she keeps forgetting that, sis, that rent that you more than likely was paying to the courts, more than likely you've missed a payment. And once your rent started being paid to the courts, you can't miss a payment, because now the courts ain't your landlord. They're not gonna make arrangements. The courts is in the middle of this because the arrangements no longer can be made with the landlord. So if you can no longer make arrangements with the landlord, you damn sure can't make them with the courts. Like, in my opinion, she should be blessed to even have this situation going on where she could still remain in her home and still be able to pay the rent to the court. More than likely, the reason why she's being faced with a 7-day eviction is because she's either missed a payment or a couple of payments. Let's continue.
And then my worker was like, well, how can they serve you eviction papers if y'all have to go to court? Or even if you was to miss one, even if you was to miss paying July, the month is not even over yet. How can they serve you eviction papers?
Yes, it is, Ebony love.
Obviously they can. Obviously they can. Because like I told my landlord when I just talked to her on the phone, like I told her, I said, Section 8 paid you the amount that they paid you for July. That means I owe you a certain amount. But the court has me down for less than that. So it's not.
At this point, why are you talking to the landlord about your rent payment? Technically, the court is your landlord. So if there is a discussion that needs to be had about your rental payment, it needs to be discussed with the court, not the landlord. Why are you talking to the landlord? You're not supposed to be paying anything to the landlord. Your payments are supposed to be going to the court, and it sounds like this has been an arrangement for you about almost a year. So why are you talking to the landlord about your payments? Because Skye was trying to figure a way out of this situation. She got blindsided with this eviction because she's listening to other people telling her, girl, you ain't gonna they can't evict you. The courts is involved. But if she's not paying the courts, they damn sure can evict her.
I don't even know. It's not really the same case, because when they took me to court, the judge was like, if you go down and make a payment now down to the clerk of court,
right, Greenheart,
then you can go ahead and open a case towards them. So it's separate cases. So here I am. Like I said, I got to be out July 29th at 8:30. I have been making my payments every month, but yet I can still be evicted.
So if Skye has not, so what you just said, Ebony Love, she said that she's been making her payments to the courts, but the courts has not been paying the landlord. Well, then shouldn't her conversations be with the court and not the landlord? She keeps mentioning she just talked to her landlord. She mentions in this live that she talks to the landlord and she talks to Section 8, but she never makes mention of talking to the courts who sent her the letter of eviction.
And the landlord said to me one time, she was like, they can't make us let you stay there. If that's the case, then why have I been paying rent all this time when I could have been using that money to pay rent somewhere else? So the landlord knew what she was doing. They knew what they were doing. And they knew if they put in this eviction notice, I was going to lose my Section 8. So now here I am. I went to the courthouse today.
Sis, the landlord don't care anything about you holding on to your Section 8, unfortunately, because it appears that you didn't care anything about keeping their apartment habitable. So if you don't care nothing about their building, the one they leased to you, They could have leased it to 100 of other people, but they decided to lease it to you. If you didn't care anything about leaving their apartment in habitable condition, do you honestly think they care about you keeping your Section 8? They probably feel at this point you don't deserve it. Because there's so many people on the Section 8 program, not everybody, but there's a lot of people on Section 8 that move into these houses and apartments and tear these people's buildings up, which then makes it harder for the next Section 8 recipient, because y'all know how it goes. They feel like if one did it, they all did it. So it's just making it harder for other Section 8 tenants to come behind you and thinking, oh, well, this lady was Section 8 tore up our house, so you get Section 8, so you're going to tear it up too, which is not true. Everybody that has Section 8 or live in public housing don't disrespect their home. They feel like it's a blessing. They keep their house clean. They pay their rent. They pay their utilities, and they move on with their lives. Then there's always exceptions to that rule.
I went to the courthouse today, and they talking about there's nothing they can do. I have to get away from here. I have to get away from here. And the only reason why I'm still here is because of my mom. But then now she's making threats that if I even come to her house to get my stuff, that she's going to do whatever she does. My mom has guns. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't trust her.
Lynn.
That's the courts know I got a separate case pending. My Section 8 worker know I have a separate case pending. My lawyer, y'all, I'm on my second lawyer because I guess the first lawyer I had, she had to she got put in a different position. So now I have some man who I've been calling for a month now. It's going on 2 months now that I have been calling and telling him, like, my rent went up because, you know, I got a second job. My rent went up. I need you to, like, change this. I just left her house. Call the police. The police sitting here saying, the police is saying that they cannot force her to let me in the house to get my stuff. So she said, okay, well, my dad and my boy.
Hold on. Why are we concerned with the things at mama's house? She says she got some suitcases in her mama's basement. Like, at this point, sis, we need to just put everything in trash bags. If you got stuff at your mama house, I'm just going to assume that it's obviously things that you don't need for everyday living. If you got stuff in storage and it's not in your home, more than likely you don't need it for everyday living. So why is it such a big deal to get suitcases from your mother's home when, sis, you got till Monday? Girl, if you don't put that ish in trash bags and throw it in the back of a vehicle and get your ass on and worry about getting the stuff from your mama house when you get you a place to live.
Boyfriend can go in and get my deep freezer because I have like a big deep freezer that they call it like a deer deep freezer. It's like really huge in our basement. They can go in and get that, and that's the only thing that they can come out with. They can't bring anything else that belongs to me out of the house. Mind you, I have a lot of stuff in my mom's basement. Anybody that's been watching know that I have a whole storage, a whole shed in her backyard full of stuff.
Okay, so let me that's because you're a hoarder, Skye. Let me get too real, and some of you all are caught up. Skye's rent for her 3-bedroom townhome is $1,350 a month. Skye portion of her rent was $263 when she first moved into the apartment. Here recently, she picked up a part-time job or a second job. Let me say that because I don't know if it's part-time or full-time. She picked up a second job at McDonald's. Skye will tell us here in a minute that her rent portion went from $263 to $6 something. So I'm gonna just say 600. I'm gonna make it an even number. So basically, her rent portion went from $263 to $600. So Skye said that essentially that was all the money that she was making on the second job. So she was like, well, how am I supposed to save money to move somewhere else when I picked up a second job for that reason, and you raised my rent because I got another job. Now, if you listen to what Skye said, in order for her rent to be raised, she obviously reported her new income to the Section 8 caseworker. So the Section 8 caseworker will do the paperwork for your rent increase. So therefore, your portion of the rent will go up and theirs will go down, because obviously the more she pays, the less Section 8 pays. So you're saying the Section 8 caseworker, you can get in touch with her to get that done, but you can't get in touch with her to get anything else done? Even if Skye's rent went to $600, that's still a far cry from having to pay the whole $1,350. How many of y'all in the chat would take paying $600 of your rent opposed to paying the full $1,350? How many of y'all would take that? Imagine having to pay the full $1,350 and all your other bills. Now, granted, $263 to $600 is a big jump, but what Skye should have been doing the whole time she's been on Section 8, instead of going to get this part-time job, that part-time job, 17 part-time jobs, why wouldn't you just take, your rent was $263, girl. Why wouldn't you just take the time that you spend standing on your feet at McDonald's? Why wouldn't you take that time to go get you some type of trade? Phlebotomist, medical assistant, I don't know, any type of trade that you can do where you can make more money. Wouldn't that make more sense? But unfortunately, the poor thing for Skye, I don't think she has anybody to can give her good direction on how to do things. That's just my assumption. But let me let her finish talking.
But I'm to this point, I don't even care no more. They talking about I have to take my mom to court. Really not trying to do that because of health issues, but when I'm the one who's always been there for you, because she doesn't, my mom is the type of person, she wants you to live the life she wants you to live. Like my sister, Child Protective Services got called on my sister. Everybody looked at me. It was my mama. And she's called multiple times. She has called Child Protective Services multiple times on my sister. Just like nobody knows that it's a few of my videos. If you go back and look at a few of my videos, I know it's one. It's about years ago. It's a thumbnail with my son and a brown skin. My son is light skinned and a brown skinned little boy. That's actually my son that I had for my mother. It's been plenty of times my mama couldn't pay her bills.
Wait, you just not gonna skip over that. Oh no, ma'am. So hold on, sis. So you were a surrogate for your mama? So you birthed 6 children, 7 technically. You birthed 1 for your mother and 6 for you. What type of woman is your mama to think that was a good idea? You're struggling with 6 kids that you have with you. Then you birth a baby for your mama, but you're struggling with these 6 over here. I'm sorry, what type of woman is your mother? If your mother just wanted a baby, why she didn't do like normal folk do and adopt one? So you have to act like this not your child when it is your child? Oh, baby, this deep. Oh, yeah, this real deep.
I paid it. Barely having it, but I paid it. Just recently, her water got cut off. Who you think helped with that?
Wait, how are you paying your mama's disconnected water bill When last year you came on here and told us you needed $33 to pay your water bill. Baby, the stories these people be telling. First and foremost, Skye, before you got that part-time job, if your portion of your rent was $263, when you got your tax money, why didn't you take 263 times 12 months or 10 months or however many months was left in the year at the time that you got that tax money and pay your portion of the rent up? Why didn't you do that? You was over there shopping on Amazon. You was all down at the Walmart. You was down at the Dollar Tree buying little bags so your daughter and you can put your tampons or pads in little bag. Baby, you was doing all this spending, but having to pay rent to the courts. Sure.
But my mom feels like if I don't do what she wants me to do, she's just gonna she knows where to
why
get
her
me
teen
at.
daughter does work.
Like, so I'm just like, Mom, just let me get my stuff. I'll be out your life. You don't have to worry about me. I'm going through enough right now. And I'm sitting here like I have suitcases in her storage in her basement. Mom, let me get my suitcases. Me and my kids have to be out of my place in about 4 days. I need to get my suitcase so I can put their clothes in it. Trying to figure out where we're gonna go. Gotta get a storage unit. Gotta get a U-Haul. And I can't even get my stuff. I can't.
In the first 12 minutes of this video, there has been no mention of the man that she just recently married that she calls husband. Where does he play a part in this story? Because we've been listening to you for 12 minutes and you've made no mention of how you and him collectively are going to get yourself out of this jam. Now, when you married this man, did you tell him that you was paying your portion of the rent to the courthouse? Did you mention that in the process of him asking you to marry him? Did you mention that?
Like, and it's like, why are you being childish? It's mine. I have the receipts on it. Like, all of it. It's mine. I'm not trying to take nothing out of your house. Everybody knows me. Like, everybody in my family know me. Everybody know I don't steal.
Skye, if it's at your mama house, it's obvious you don't need it for everyday living. You need to worry about that stuff that the sheriff gonna put out come Monday morning if you don't get it up out of there. One thing's for sure, the stuff at your mama house, the sheriff ain't coming over there to put that out because it belonged to you. So don't worry about the stuff at your mama house, to be quite honest. Worry about the stuff in the building that you dwell in. To me, that's more important. At least the stuff at your mama house got a place to be until you find a place to go.
For what? For what? My mama know out of all her kids who gonna steal. They tell you know out of all your kids who gonna do what?
Okay, sis.
So I'm just like, oh. Right. Yeah, because in my Section 8 worker, let me tell you, I don't know, maybe it's me. I'm explaining to y'all and y'all tell me if I'm wrong for this. Like, I've been telling you for months that I needed to be out of this apartment. Like I said, my son's doctor said that we needed to be out of this apartment. They was doing shootings and all this stuff around the time. She said that for his anxiety, we needed to be out of the apartment. You still wouldn't move me. My lawyer is sitting here telling you that, it's okay for me to move. I need to move, but I can't pay because it's like they're saying I have owe back rent. Cool. I can't pay that while we're going to court. I'm working a second job.
Wait a minute, Skye, what back rent do you owe? Since your rent is $200 prior to you getting this McDonald's job that you just recently got within the last couple of months, your rent was $263. Why was it behind? Skye, you always work multiple jobs. Why was 200? Somebody in the chat just said, girl, that's $65 a week. Hell, you can go donate blood and get that. Why was the rent? And then when you got your tax, let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
I can get the money up to pay it, but I'm being told I can't pay it. So my lawyer is here saying she can't pay it because they have to go to court first. You can still move her.
Mama's bills.
She's gonna still pay it afterwards. We're gonna make sure you still won't move me. Oh my God! Like, then I'm sitting here. I done broke the window. Lord, I done broke the window in the back of my van. Like, it's so much going on. Mothers can definitely be wrong, especially the narcissistic. That my mother is. She is like
I'm just curious, Skye. Why are you telling all this now? You went from barely putting up videos, and then when you decide to put up a video, you put up a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute video, and that's your choice. You go from barely putting up videos to when you do put them up, they're barely 5 minutes long, to sit in this car for 45 minutes to tell us all your business. Girl, you done went from, you done had a love child for your mama, evictions, a child you done got married, took in your husband and his child. All this in 45 minutes, girl, you could have told us in 17 videos and could have made your money on YouTube.
She does this with everybody. She even does this with my dad. Like, if he's supposed to have been helping somebody move. It was his baby mama. He's supposed to be helping her move. She was gonna pay him to help move. She sits there and was like, "Oh, we need to go to the what was it? That's where they get the SSI check. So Social Security or something. I need to go there instead. I need to go there instead. Instead of you going to go make money, but you sit here and telling this man every day that he need to go somewhere and make money. But then you turn around and say, when he try to go make money, you turn around and say, no, don't. Because my dad smokes cigarettes. You don't want to provide to pay for his cigarettes. Sometimes you use that to like hold it over his head. So you're like, I'm gonna go make money. But then you come up with excuses why he can't do that.
Girl, your mama sound toxic and controlling. Like, there's a real thing of having toxic parents. And it definitely seems like Skye is a victim of her toxic mother. Because again, I don't know why Skye's mother thought it was a good idea to ask her to birth a baby for her. And po thing, she literally gave the baby to her mama. And it was mentioned that Skye said that when she was going through the birthing process, the people at the hospital tried to talk her out of doing it because they could tell that she didn't want to let the baby go. But she ended up giving the baby to her mama anyway. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Skye, I've always felt like Skye was a very damaged woman. She has a video about 5 years ago where she told a story about her life. And it was a very sad video. It really was. But here's the thing with that. Even people with sad situations, there are a lot of people who overcame poor childhood upbringing and other, there is a possibility to overcome those situations. You just have to have the mental know-how in order to do that. And I don't know. I think Skye makes a lot of bad decisions, and then she tries to make excuses for those decisions. I feel like Skye loves her children and she tries to be the best mother that she knows how, but I think she lacks common sense in some things. Just like we just heard her where she's, mad. She broke down crying because her mama won't give her her suitcases. But you're not crying that you're about to get put out. You crying about suitcases. But you and your family, unfortunately, come Monday morning, could be put out your home if you don't get all that stuff out of there this weekend. I wouldn't be crying about suitcases. F them suitcases. Because right now, unless you got room, you don't need them. A trash bag, you can squeeze them in the back of a dang truck, a car, or whatever. You can't squeeze no suitcases.
She's saying that people can go in. She's saying that they can go in and get my deep freeze, and that's the only thing they can go get out of her basement. That's mine. And I have a lot of stuff down there, but she's saying that that's the only thing that they can go in and get is my deep freezer. But yet she just called my sister recently and told her she got to come get all her stuff. That's
a good question. Who
out
did?
Of her basement. She got to come get all of it, or it's going to the road. She got to come get all of it. So then if I don't go get my stuff because you told me I can't go get my stuff, it's going to the road. Mind you, I got some of my kids' stuff down there, but it's going to the road. Y'all have stuff in my storage building. I have a whole storage building outside. Y'all have stuff in my storage building. Now, the reason why some of the stuff is in her basement because I didn't want it to rain in my storage building on certain things, like, you know, I have important stuff. At the way I say, but I can't go when she's not there because my daddy jars are everywhere. So then they lock the doors. My daddy jars are everywhere. My mom used her health issue as a crutch.
I don't know why she's focusing on a storage unit. She says that she has a storage unit in her mama's backyard, as if that's saying that she's rich or she's well off. You could tell. We already know Skye's a hoarder, and I think Skye holds on to material things. It's a deeper issue with her. I don't know because I've never really sat down. I've never sat down and had a conversation with Skye, but you can tell that the way she obsesses over her things, and it's not like things that she's paid a lot of money for, just things that she finds on the side of the road or in a dumpster or something. I think she does that because I think it's something mental or something emotional for her. It's definitely a deep rooted issue of why she hoards things like that.
A crutch, whatever you call it. That's just like the police officers and the sheriff are telling me to take her to court, and she's like, take me to court, because she knows when she go to court, her health is what she's going to use. Her health is what she's going to use. She said that I'm the one child that she effed up on because I won't live the life she wanted to live.
So y'all asking me who is the daddy of the baby that she had for her mother? I don't know. So is the little light-skinned boy the one she calls her brother? Is that the baby that she's talking about? Because she just said there's a video where she has a picture of a light-skinned boy and a dark-skinned boy. The dark-skinned boy is her child. So is she saying the light-skinned boy is her baby that she gave to her mother? Huh. Oh, is that it, Miss Simmons? Ooh. PJ said, gotta be, sis. She said the light one is hers. Oh, so the light-skinned boy, so the boy that looks biracial.
Oh, there you go. All right.
No, anyway. That's the daddy's son. Oh,
you're right. Some people don't deserve kids. Like, let me tell y'all something. I'm that one child in my mom's life. That's why she don't want to let me go. I'm that one child in her life that knows everything. Everything. My mom has adopted multiple kids, and she really adopted them for money. Just like she got 3 now, she taking in. And she won't allow the mom to see them. The agreement was for her to allow the mom to see them. That's why the girl said, okay, go ahead and take my kids. They take my kids anyway, but I would like you to take them because you allow me to see them. But they won't. But she's not allowing her to see the kids. She's calling, talking about they're gonna allow her to get $2,000 per child. That's 3 kids. This is what she does. My mama ain't worked in so long because she taking kids and she get money for it. My son is the only one that somebody gave her baby. They took the baby back. Like a few days after the baby was born, they was able to come take the baby back. I was hurting for her. Yeah, my mom is. Oh yeah, she convincing. I was hurting for my mom because she laid in that floor and she cried. I said, Mom, I'm gonna have a baby for you. I'm gonna get a baby. Okay. All throughout the pregnancy, I ain't want to do it. I ain't want to do it like at the end, like I ain't want to do it. Like I felt like something wasn't right. Like I felt, you know, like everybody kept telling me, you know how your mama is, you know what it is, like. But how do you get so?
No, sis, I don't know how it is. I have no clue. I don't. Yeah, No, I ain't never wrote that story or told that story. I'm sorry, y'all. I love my mama to death. She's no longer here, but my mama couldn't ask me to have a baby for her. If I have a baby, it's my baby. So yeah, no, sis, I don't know how that is. No, my mother wouldn't even ask me to do anything like that. My mother wouldn't. She would have never asked me to do anything like that.
Don't want a baby, a surrogate. Yeah, I was a surrogate. You feel me? But my egg was used. My ex-husband's sperm was used. I was a surrogate. But
now your egg was used and your ex-husband's sperm. You mean he slept with you for the intentions to have a baby for your mama? Did he know that? What is going on?
Now at the hospital when the baby came out, social worker came in and said you do not have to give the baby to your mom. Why are you doing it? Are you being manipulated? They're like, they were trying to talk me out of it. She got upset. She left the car seat she bought. She got upset. She said, I'm going to the bathroom, and left the hospital. And me, what is wrong with me? I did not want her to hurt. I did not want her to be upset with me. So I let the baby go with her when we left the hospital. And a few days after that, she got upset with me about something. I wasn't allowed to see the baby for months. To this day, that boy loves me. He does not know that I'm really his mother. He loves me. I tried my hardest not to put this out, to let nobody know. My family knows. Everybody in my family knows. Like, everybody knows, that situation. But I tried not to put it out there like that. But
Skye, you should have told this story on TikTok, sis. And I ain't even trying to be funny. You should have told this story on TikTok, sis. See, Peach didn't teach you what she needed to teach you. If you would have told this story to Peach, you done gave all your money to Peach and she still didn't steer you in the right way. You did all them 5 a.m. classes with Peach. And girl, you should have told this story on TikTok. You could have went viral. Because baby, you got us all in the chat like, wait, what? Girl, this better than Tyler Perry. Okay? My goodness. You poor thing. The fact that your mama manipulated you like that. And then the social worker at the hospital even seen it. The social worker in the hospital was probably like, my God. But because she asked you, were you being forced or coerced? And you said no. So there was nothing she could do. But in all actuality, you were being coerced. You were being manipulated. My God. This a lot.
It's like, I feel like even when you mad at me, I have other kids you claim you love. and I'm sitting here going through something. I got to figure out where me and my kids are about to go because I had to let my second job go because I didn't have nobody to watch my kids. And my first job, my clients work with me when it comes to working. Like I could take my kids with me. But I was working at McDonald's for my second job and I didn't have nobody to watch my kids. So I had to let it go. And it's like,
but Skye, sis, hold on now. Your situation definitely is deep. But sis, now we're almost 22 minutes into the story, and you still have not mentioned what his husband gonna do to help you, baby. We're 22 minutes into the story, and there's been no mention of the man that you call husband. So why is he your husband if there's been no mention of how he's gonna help your current living situation, ma'am? Now you giving your mama to the baby to your mama and since the only thing I can tell you is, girl, get your ass over there on TikTok and get paid. Okay, that's the only thing TMR can tell you on that situation. But you're being faced with an eviction, and it sounds like you can't even go stay with your mama. She won't even let you get your damn suitcases. Lord, a mess. And then you paid her water bill. Girl, your mama ain't ish. Now, excuse me, but your mama ain't ish.
Why? No matter how mad you are at me. And I'm telling her, Mom, this ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is about my kids. And you still. I'm like, Mom, I'm not calling you for no money. Like, I'm going to figure that part out.
Right,
if we got to go stay in a hotel till I find a place, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll do that. But I'm like, dude, I'm asking you for my stuff that I need to help move this stuff out. And it's like, why? Everybody can bash me as much as they want. But one thing about me is I try to live right. I try my hardest to live right. I try my hardest to do right by people. And it's no matter what. No matter what. Now I'm sitting here about to be homeless with my kids, trying to figure out where to get my babies. I don't care nothing about me. And my mom was like, I don't care. I don't, oh my God. My mama don't care. My Section 8 worker don't care. My lawyer don't care. Like,
Skye, I'm about to give you the harsh reality about your situation. You got to learn how to start taking accountability. Because typically, y'all, when we get ourselves in jams, typically we're the reason why we're in the jam. We may not want to take accountability for it because if we do, it makes it real. But the realism of that is a lot of times when we're in certain predicaments, we're the reason why we're in those predicaments is because of the decisions that we made. Like along the way here, now I'm off the mama baby surrogate situation because that's baby. I'm talking about this current eviction. Skye, you must admit, you got to take accountability, sis. It's not the Section 8 worker's sole fault, the landlord's sole fault, the court. Skye, the whole reason why the court is even involved is because you weren't paying your rent portion on time. And once you started having maintenance issues and the maintenance men started coming into your apartment and seeing how nasty it was, they obviously, sis, it's their job. They had to come back and tell their boss how you had the building looking. So you got to start taking accountability, Skye, for the situations that you put yourself in. You can't keep living life blaming everybody for what Skye did to Skye's own self. Now, you may have good intentions, sis, but unless you execute, good intentions are just that, good intentions.
every time I try to heal from my mama, every time I try to heal from her, she comes back. Every time she comes back. And like I said, I told her I just want my stuff. Let me go. Let me go. Like, oh my God.
Not her husband. I don't think she's pregnant. I don't know. I don't think she is. I think when she said seventh child, it's the child she's inherited from marrying this man.
I ain't never had to deal with this. I ain't never been homeless. I've always made sure me and my kids have. And even when I'm doing it right now, doing right, still. I did just get married. I just got married. But my problems was there before he came. So no, I don't have to figure it out on my own. But these problems was there before.
It don't matter, sis. He inherited your problems. So 25 minutes into this 48-minute video, now we're mentioning the husband. See, Skye, that's your problem. You can't keep allowing people to use you. And you allow yourself to be a doormat for too many people, sis. And until you change that, the trajectory of your life is always going to end you right back up in this car where you're sitting here complaining and crying about a situation that you got to take accountability for. You could have told your mama, no, I can't have a baby for you. I got enough I didn't have for myself. This husband or husbum that they calling in the chat. I can't really call this man a bum because I don't know if this man work. I don't know nothing about this man. But this husband that you are married to now, sis, what is his plan? What is his thoughts? These are his problems. When he said, I do, he took on you. He took on those 6 kids. And everything that you got going on just became his problem. So what do you mean? Yeah, most definitely. We got to tag him in. Where is his hand at? Everybody in the chat, put a hand emoji. Put a hand emoji in the chat. Yeah, we about to tag this ninja in, honey.
These people was there before. And it's crazy. Yeah, I lost my Section 8 because what she said that the landlord has to say I'm in good standing. The landlord cannot say I'm in good standing if my lawyer and the courts are not allowing me to pay what they're saying that I owe. You see what I'm saying? They're saying that I owe money. We have a court case pending that's been pending since last year. So the landlord cannot say that I'm in good standing. She's like, if they say you're in good standing, then I will issue a voucher. But if they don't say you're in good standing, you lose your Section 8. They cannot say I'm in good standing if we're waiting on a court date. So even though I'm being evicted out of my apartment, I still have to go to court with these people, and it could take months, years. You see what I'm saying?
Skye, if you get evicted out of that apartment, the last thing you need to be worrying about is this pending court case of them not coming to fix your apartment or the code enforcement. Like, you're no longer there. I wouldn't be worried about it. And not only that, you remained in the apartment the whole time. It was unlivable. So at this point, like, well, I mean, I wouldn't. You keep talking about that. You're not talking about the reason why you got the eviction, which it sounds to me you may have missed a payment to the court.
Parents can be toxic. Yeah, you're right.
Right, Black Auntie.
It's just don't make no sense. Like, all my siblings they go about their business. Unless they need something from a mama, they go about their business. They don't deal with her. Me being really her oldest outside of her first marriage, being really her oldest, I've always clinged to her, even though I've always been treated like the black sheep of the family. Like I've always been, just like I'm sitting here, I called her the other day and she had did something. I was like, Mom, why did you do that? Oh, I'm such a bad mother. I'm such a What are you talking about? And see, that's the thing. Like, I've been working to try to get off Section 8. Like, it's not that I'm trying to stay on Section 8 forever. But it's like, I can't win for losing. Like, my rent before my second job was $263, right? I got my second job, took it to my worker. My rent went up to $625. How am I to save? It didn't jump 100, 200, you know?
Well, sis, how much do you make on the first job? Between these two jobs, and you only got to pay $625? It almost sounds like Jasmine's $553. Girl, between these two jobs, you got to pay $625. Girl, that's damn near unheard of in 2024. Girl, all you got to pay for a 3-bedroom, gigantic ass townhouse is $625. That's it. Girl, I will trade with you quick. 2 jobs and a YouTube check, Kayla said. The Kayla over here bringing up old stuff. She said, girl, don't you get paid on YouTube? While you was over there giving Pete your money for classes that obviously is not helping, you should have been running that money down there to the damn courthouse, ma'am. Now, if your mama ain't gonna tell you, I'ma tell you, Skye, you got to take accountability for your current situation. Better yet, girl, you got a husband. And did he come with money? Like, girl, did he come with coin, ma'am? Because if your portion is 60, I'm going to tell you what it is. Skye want to have her cake and eat it too. The fact that you allowed this grown-ass man and his son to move into your Section 8 house and we still singing struggle, girl, that should be triple income. Your 2 jobs, his 1 job, or whatever he got. And because he got custody of the son, is he getting a Social Security check? I'm sure the man getting food stamps. Girl, y'all should be over there rolling in the damn dough. The fact that you only got, what you mean, how do you save money? Stop junking your money off at the Dollar Tree. That's how you save it. While you was in Walmart buying Paris Hilton cups for $15, you should have kept that damn $15 in your pocket, because it definitely sounds like you can't splurge on $15 Paris Hilton cups at Walmart, ma'am. At the end of the day, when we get ourselves in situations, you always got to look at the man in the mirror first.
Then I'm still paying my light bill, water bill,
right,
gas bill, insurance on my car. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have other bills.
And yeah, but your rent is $625. That light bill, that gas bill, that water bill, your car insurance. Hell, you paying liability. You don't have a car. Well, I'm just going to assume you don't have a car, no, because she told us she bought the car cash. So you more than likely you ain't got full coverage. You paying liability. So that's going to be less than $100 depending on and I'm pretty sure you over there rolling in I don't know, 2012, 2011, 2010, 29. Girl, you ain't rolling over there no 2024. So your liability got to be less than $100. The light bill, gas bill, car insurance, and water bill, that's probably an extra $450 with all those bills combined to your $625. Girl, you living for $1,100 a month? You not making more than $1,100? And if you not, then that's when a husband, he would pay the $1,100 a month. And then you keep your money in your pocket, ma'am.
So how am I to save? You know, that's exactly what I asked my worker. How am I to save if you sit up here and you pretty much took like most of my second check, like most of my second job?
Who just said that? Spiritual said, sis, you need to, what'd you say, sis? She said she needs a budgeter that should have some free services in your area. Google them. Exactly. No, and this is real talk. Skye can definitely deal. She could deal with having some type of budgeting classes, maybe some parenting classes, because obviously that comes, you know, I would just assume budgeting would come along with parenting, so you can manage your finances. Skye, you got to learn how to manage your finances better, sis. You just came here last year and told us you needed $33 or $36 for your water bill. So I'm gonna tell you, and I could be wrong, but this is just my assumption. Skye jumped on this platform that she had almost 10,000 followers because she felt like maybe somebody would feel her pain. Just my assumption, and maybe would help her out a little bit. Like, and I'm not saying Skye, you know, she's not a Jasmine. She don't get on here every other month screaming and hollering that she can't pay her bills and her rent too damn high. She don't do that. For the most part, Skye does not do that. Okay, so I'm not going to say she's a beggar because she don't do that. But this current situation, since you got you're newlywed, since you got a husband, now you have now talked for 28 minutes. You introduced the husband conversation at the 25-minute mark, and there still has not been any mention of what he's going to do.
Yeah, I know, and I understand things are gonna get better, you know.
Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. All right.
Like, we just started this marriage.
So,
like most of my second check, like most of my second job. Yeah, I know, and I understand things are gonna get better, you know, with two incomes, but it's like, why does the devil have to sit here and attack me like at this moment? Like, we just started this marriage, you know, we just started pretty much our family, like we just brought our family together, you know, and then give me a warning that I have to get out, you know. Don't sit here and say you have 7 days, and then I don't even get the paper till really yesterday, which gave me really 5 days. Like, it's not, Nicole,
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having problems with my computer. So Skye said that she needs a warning. She said, you know, they just got their marriage. They just got married. They just combining their family. She said the devil is, you know, is here to seek, kill, and destroy. And that's true, honey. The devil is definitely very, very busy. However, Skye, you did have fair warning to your current situation. You just didn't heed the warning. That's the problem. The conversation should have been with your husband even before y'all became husband and wife, that your goal was to get up out of this house. That should have been one of the very main conversations when you and him decided to combine households. So he could have been already on alert. Like, does this man have any money? Does he have a savings account somewhere? Like, it'd be the constant wanting to struggle. Y'all just pick a man to come in here. Just if the man want to be with you, then you ready to be with him. But how does he benefit you? Or better yet, also, how do you benefit him other than with your Section 8? You bringing Section 8 to the table. You bringing food stamps to the table. You got you a vehicle. I don't even know if this man has a car. Or what did he bring besides his son? What did he bring to help you, Skye? Because again, being evicted is not like, I'm not saying Skye should be over here. Yeah, it's all right. I'm being evicted. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not saying that. But I mean, you got a husband. You got a partner. So he got half the trouble. So I don't understand what the conversation is about, because you and him need to be over there putting a plan together. Not sitting on the live stream telling y'all your business.
You can go on about your business because I don't care. No, my kids' fathers ain't gonna do nothing. My kids' fathers don't do nothing for my kids now. I'm supposed to get child support from one. He keeps getting locked up. My oldest daughter's dad, he keeps getting locked up. My first husband, which is the father to most of my kids, he locked up now. He's been out there on drugs forever. If I don't want to be with him, he ain't helping with the kids. It's just that simple. My last son's dad, he had the nerve to ask me if I'll get him another baby and you only take care of the first one. He's only seen my son about 3 times since my son been born. My son is 4.
Hold on, sis. You said that the father of your last child, the little 4-year-old, you said he keep asking you to give him another baby, but yet he's only seen the son that y'all had together 3 times and the boy is 4. When did you have that conversation with him, sis? Because I'm just going to assume the 3 times that the man has seen the child more than likely are the 3 times you spoke with him. So all of a sudden, everybody wants you to have 8 kids? Skye, hush. Girl, hush.
These men don't do nothing. Nothing at all. Doesn't mean this is the stay encouraging.
That's it, Black and Boots. Just need somewhere to stay.
He did. And that's the crazy thing. Like, if I'd have known this was going to happen, I would have had him moved into his place. But I had him move in with me because he came with 1 child. I had 6. I was like, why would we move the whole crew? But I didn't know.
No. I need you to finish your story. If you contemplated moving in with husband, was his house big enough to fit your kids? It sounds more like husband was probably being evicted as well too, or husband was staying with somebody. That's why you couldn't move you and your 6 kids in, and he decided to move in with you and your children. Baby, a mess.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm not.
You don't, Sean.
So pretty much I just need, so what is needed to move into another place? Pretty much I just need to not focus on having Section 8 because I really don't have, because like she said, if the landlord gives me papers or give me a paper.
Skye, that wasn't the question. The question was, so what is it that you're going to need to move into another place? we know not Section 8, because if you get evicted, Section 8 is gone. That wasn't the question, sis. So this is not an answer.
For stating that I'm in good standing with them, she'll give me a voucher. But if the landlord doesn't, I lose my Section 8. Landlord she's on the phone telling me one thing, and then she's on the phone telling my Section 8 worker another thing. So I'm just like, but see, the landlord knew what she was doing. She already knew what she was doing, because I had to call code compliance. This is all because I called code compliance because they wouldn't fix stuff in my apartment. So this is what you do. So you make me and my kids lose our home, lose my Section 8, because you don't want to fix my heat. You didn't want to fix my hot water, like, and this is all I asked for, you know? I've never given them problems. They never can say my house was a party house. There's people in the apartments that be out there beating on their women in the parking lots.
No, your house definitely probably wasn't the party house for people, but it definitely was the party house for roaches. Because we was actually at quite a few of those parties, where the roaches was dancing on the ceiling, they was hanging from the curtains, crawling on the walls, the kitchen cabinets, the countertops, stoves. Baby, they was having a whole free-for-all over there. Skye, when you moved into that house, I'm just going to assume if there were roaches there, it wasn't as many that was there once you got settled into that place. The hole in your ceiling in your daughter's bedroom, obviously that came from plumbing issues. But when they came to fix your place, they refused to go in it because the house was infested with roaches. You told us that. That's not anything we're making up. Child, the maintenance man was outside of her apartments showing the neighbors pictures of Skye's house because he was baffled at how she was living in there with 6 kids. Like Lionel Richie girl dancing on the ceiling. So Skye, cut it out. Now, I'm not saying the landlord, you not having hot water and all that situation. Yes, the landlord is definitely liable for those situations. But I think a lot of Skye was reluctant to call those people because of the condition of her home. And then she got to the point where she just couldn't take it. And then she called them. She probably tried to clean up a little bit. And when she called them to come in, the maintenance man was like, God damn.
They kids watching. Never can get that from me.
Thank you.
Never.
Erica.
The apartment I stay in is a 3-bedroom. The rent is $1,350.
Black Auntie said, this is a raid. Everybody on the dance floor. Raid. Okay, Black Auntie, you showing your age. Do y'all remember that song? This is a raid. Party on the dance floor. Raid. Girl, you a mess.
Comments going fast. Hold on, y'all.
Lynn, showing your age.
Yeah, so two of my baby dads are supposed to be on child support. No, all 3 of them are supposed to be on child support. The first one, again, he's locked up. The second one, he was bad on drugs.
Black Auntie.
They couldn't find him. The third one, he's supposed to be on child support, but he does not. He's been dodging them. The lady said that all the papers that she have sent out.
Wait, hold on. Miss TLD said Lakeside girl. Okay. My God, y'all got me in here jamming, and she over here talking about baby daddies who need to be on child support. So hold on, sis, back it up. So we got 3 baby daddies and nobody's paying. Oh Lord, what's your name again? Skye. Damn, I almost forgot your name, girl. 3 baby daddies and nobody's paying. So is the husband paying? Oh, please, Skye, please tell me the husband helping. Because now we're, how many minutes? Well, girl, we 30 minutes and you still haven't said what the husband is going to do or is doing.
Husband getting sent back to the office saying he does not say the addresses that they have sent it to. which I'm not understanding because he told me before that he was on child support for one of his other kids.
Sean.
So why is it that you can't get the paperwork from that? And he won't work a real job because he knows that they can come for him that way. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get you all put my stuff in and storage and all that. I'm gonna have to get an apartment. I'm gonna get a room, but it's just a simple fact. That's not me.
Yes, they are royal blue.
Yeah, this is illegal eviction, but it's like,
what's illegal about the eviction? Who said that? How is it illegal? It's going through the courts. What's illegal? Y'all stop hyping Skye up. No, it's not illegal. The reason why Skye is paying rent to the court, because at one point she got behind on her rent. She said that. So instead of them people putting her out thin, they allowed her to pay her rent to the courts. And as she was paying rent to the court, she started having issues in her house. The landlord wouldn't come fix the stuff, so she got code enforcement involved. It's the fact that, listen to what she's saying, y'all. It's the fact that she was behind on $263 a month and she gets Section 8. Y'all keep, when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all in the chat. The people over there with her is missing that part. They must be not paying their rent and paying it to the courts too. Because how is the eviction illegal? They actually did show her some grace. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that's new to me. I ain't never heard of the courts let you pay rent to them. Because, honey, back in the day, you can't pay, you got to hell go. They don't want no take no payments. And none. I didn't even know courts did that. Maybe that's something that's came about since the pandemic. But back in the day, they didn't do none of that where I'm from.
It's like none of these people care. And my Section 8 worker, she's supposed to be on my side. This lady ignores me. Like I said, I've had other workers before her, and I didn't have to go through this. This lady ignores me. And then she said,
but that's when you call her supervisor. And then when you can't get nothing done with her supervisor, then Skye, you call her supervisor. And then if you still can't get anything done, then that's when you call HUD. Because I know of 2 housing agencies right now. The housing agency in Fulton County, Atlanta, and the housing agency in Indianapolis, Indiana. Both of them are under grave scrutiny with the government. The housing, what is it called? The HUD, Housing Urban Development. Basically, housing urban development has came in and took over. I know those 2 because I seen it recently on the news. The Fulton County Housing Authority and the Indianapolis Housing Authority. So we're not going to act like caseworkers do their job, because we know caseworkers do not do their job. We definitely know that. But when you get into a situation and your caseworker ain't doing their job, then you call the supervisor. Don't be scared. That's what you're supposed to do. When you can't get the answer from one person, you got to go above their head. If Skye was doing everything she was supposed to do, I wonder if her caseworker know that she paying her rent to the damn courthouse.
Says, then she gonna tell me, I said, I've been told you I needed to be out of here. Code compliance told you I needed to be out of here. And you still didn't move me. Then I'm messaging you, telling you what's going on. You ignore me. She was like, well, just because I don't answer you back in text message doesn't mean I'm not calling you. I said, okay, so then pull up the call log. I said, I'm going to pull up the text messages on my phone, and I want you to pull.
Okay, yes. Kalia just mentioned, Skye also states in this story that she's paid $6,000 to the court. That's what she said. She said she's paid $6,000 to the courts. So if she's been paying $600 a month for the past 10 months, then yeah, that would be $6,000. But when I don't know, she started paying her rent to the court last year. She just got the McDonald's job a couple months ago. So again, I don't know. Skye's telling half the story. She's not telling all the story. You could just tell, because when it don't make sense, it don't make sense.
Pull up the call logs that you called me around the same time that I was messaging you, because when I call, you don't pick up the phone. So then you tell me I could text. So when I text, you see what I'm saying? This is what she's doing. I've asked for a different worker. Oh, we can't give you a different worker. We got to go by last names. I asked for her supervisor. She's claiming the supervisor ain't gonna be back till next week.
You saying she owes $6,000?
That's what she's saying. Supervisor gonna be back till next week.
I'm
calling the number that she gave me for the supervisor, and it's telling me they don't. It's giving some message saying they don't know the it's not the right dissension. Something they saying. I don't know. They pretty much saying they make the lady number. The judge had me paying the courts. Because I did owe back rent. I owed some back rent. But when I got the money to pay the back rent, my lawyer said...
Now listen to this, y'all. Remember when I just said Skye got to learn how to take accountability? Listen to this explanation.
That I couldn't pay them until we went to court. My landlord's lawyer said I couldn't pay them until I went to court. So now I don't have it. You feel me? I don't have it because I still have other bills to pay. If I would have just went ahead and paid it to them, been able to move.
So Skye said she had the money. She had the money to pay the back rent, whatever negative amount she still was with the courts. She had it, but she don't have it anymore because she said she had other bills to pay. But wouldn't the other bill money already be allocated for the extra money to pay the back rent? You came up on that money. So the bill money should have already been separated from the money you came up on. The fact that you effed off the money is your fault, Skye. If you had the money, you should have held the money. Why did you spend it? And now you can't even go get trash bags.
The landlord been wanting me out because after I called code compliance, the lady done been in my apartment multiple times before I called code compliance. She never called Section 8. After I called code compliance said certain things had to be fixed. She then called my worker and told my worker that I trashed the apartment.
Jack moves.
Once I move everything out of the apartment, the carpet needs to be replaced and the walls need to be painted. I've already started painting. I got videos. I've already started painting. You see what I'm saying? I took some of the money that they said that I couldn't pay to the landlord, and I got paint and all that stuff, already trying to fix it.
Stop. You just told us that you said you took the money and paid bills. Now you're saying you took the money and bought paint. But see, Skye, that's the problem. Why are you painting your house? It was painted when you moved in it. Y'all done messed that house up so bad to where you got to paint walls. Typically, when people move out of homes, they don't have to paint. That's the whole reason of paying a security deposit. Hell, you let the apartments handle that. But the fact that you tore these people a house up so bad, and now you gotta buy paint, you gotta fix carpet, you gotta patch up holes. And when those maintenance men were coming in and out of your house, girl, they saw all of that and reported it to the owners.
I've been trying to get my lawyer to take me in front of a judge. I can't get in touch with my lawyer. I went to his office today. They talking about he in court.
Does your lawyer not have a cell phone? She keeps saying lawyer like she retained an attorney. More than likely, she probably got some lawyer from legal aid. So when she keep hollering lawyer, like she got one on retainer or something. My goodness. or email.
And
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was at least like I at least get 30 days. No, the paper states I have 7 days. And on July 29th at 8:30 a.m., the sheriff has to come padlock the apartment, and whatever we have in there is left. Yeah, this is illegal. And then my thing is, and that's why I'm just like, I'm to the point now where with the Section 8 situation, like, you ain't even tried to help me. You ain't even tried to help me. You constantly ignoring me. I can take you to court because I've given you multiple letters because this is what you say. Well,
you can't take nobody to court, sis. Now you can definitely appeal your decision. If Section 8 takes your voucher, you can definitely appeal it. You keep hollering, you taking everybody to court, but yet you got to be out of your place on Monday at 8:30 in the morning. Stop hollering about taking people to court, because that don't put a roof over you or your children's head. Skye, I want you to hush.
Bring me a letter from this person, and then I'll issue a voucher. Like, I've every time somebody has said I needed to be moved out of this apartment, I have gotten the proof from her that I had gotten the proof for her that I needed to move out, and she still didn't move me. So did you miss your court date? No, they still haven't issued the court date. Me going to court against them, they still haven't issued it. There's still no court date. Every month.
Yes, you can be married on Section 8. Just whatever income is coming into the house, obviously both incomes need to be accounted for. Skye said the Section 8 lady won't even answer the phone, so she probably didn't get around to letting her know she married.
That I go and pay my rent bond, I'm like, has a court date been set for me, towards my landlord?
It sure will, Southside.
Even my landlord said they even keep asking.
Yeah, as long as you don't have
I said, so you keep asking him, has a court date been set? Your computer says that I owe, she said $6,000 some that I owe this amount, but I've been paying to the courts. I said, but you keep asking them, has a court date been set?
Okay, I'm sorry. Is it Kalia? Kalia, I do apologize. You're right. She did say that. She said that the court said that she owes $6,000, but she's paying into the courts every month. So I'm curious, how do you owe $6,000? If your rent portion is only $263 before you got the McDonald's job, why do you owe $6,000? So is it, well, technically she owes the rent amount, which is $1,350. Section 8 pays their portion. So if she's paying into the courts her portion, where is Section 8 sending their money? Right, sis, a mess, Kalia. Where does Section 8 send their money to? That's true, Shonda. This is a serious question, y'all. Where is she paying? Where is Section 8 paying their money to? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm shocked she still has a Section 8 certificate. Because once the courts are involved, wouldn't that be a breach of her Section 8 voucher? Now, you can be late on your rent, but once courts get involved, wouldn't that be a violation of the rules of Section 8? Because the whole purpose of Section 8 is to prevent you having to be in situations where you getting put out. Because even if you got Section 8 and you can't pay your rent for some reason, some of these community resources will help you pay whatever portion you're supposed to pay. So I'm really curious of why the balance is $6,000. And she's been paying the court since last year. She claims she's been paying the court every month. Why is the balance $6,000? Hell, what What was the initial balance? Because if it's 6,000 now, what was it initially? Baby, this is a mess. Miss Kaylee, thank you so much for becoming a part of the 2 Live crew, honey. Best damn chat on YouTube.
Have you asked him about the payments? Well, they tell my son, well, they told us that they can't give the payments.
Thank you, Lynn.
They can't give my payments that I'm giving to the court date, to the court.
Diva, it's not.
The payments that I'm giving to court, they cannot, the court cannot give it to them until after our court case. After we go to court. So you can't even send the landlord something stating that I paid it?
Of course they would send the landlord something. All the landlord has to do is call to see what the amount is in the escrow that the court is holding. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what, I think the landlord just want her ass out. Because let's be honest, although she breached the contract, which made the landlord take her to court, and the courts are involved because she's paying the rent to the courts, could the landlord still evict her? Or ask for her to be evicted? If she has missed 1 or 2 payments, a payment at all, that's definitely grounds of the situation that, the arrangement being null and void, being canceled. That's definitely grounds for it.
I don't even know.
Yeah, okay, they can.
I even went to the courthouse today. Oh, I got my binder somewhere. I went to the courthouse today and asked them to print out that I've been paying, that I've been making my payments to the courthouse. She gave me my paper. It shows that I've been paying, but yet I'm still being evicted. I can't show my bank statements because when at the courts you have to pay cash. They don't take cards.
Since when do the courts not take cards? Huh?
You can't be evicted if the money is in escrow. See, with the courts, I don't even know if that's escrow. I don't know where the money is going. I just know I have the paper stating that I have been paying. This is
Skye, how much you been paying? Because you keep hollering, I've been paying. Well, what amount were you paying? Because even if you paying in cash, don't you get a receipt, or the court don't give receipts? Girl, yeah, Shonda, she got it because it's too many holes in this story, sis. And you know what's so funny? You never said why you're being evicted, Skye. Somebody would have told you by now the reason why that letter was sent to you. At this point, since you called us up, sis, on the phone, can you go ahead and let us know what the reasons were for you being evicted? I guarantee your ass it's because she missed a payment or a couple of payments.
That I have been paying the rent. I have the paper that I've been paying it to the courts every month. That's what the lawyer before this one said. As long as you pay it to the courts, they cannot evict you. I have been paying. This new lawyer, I don't know what he got going on. And then the paper, the paper that they sent me, and I don't know, maybe that's how they got around it, I don't know, but the paper that they sent me does not even say that I'm being evicted for not paying my rent. It's not saying I'm being evicted for no noise compliance. It's not saying I'm being evicted for nothing. Like, it just says you have 7 days, or the sheriff is going to padlock your apartment on 29.
So when you got this letter, Skye, because the letter didn't have a description, did you call the courts and ask what's the reason? Because you neglected to tell us. Did you forget to ask that question?
That's all it says. It's an escrow.
Chrissy
Okay.
+3. Welcome to the Two Live Crew,
And
sis. Oh, all these new members. Thank you so much.
it's crazy. Like,
Right, it's everybody but Skye, Sean.
and see, that's the thing. It's not that I'm scared because
Hold on. Latrice got something. Latrice done wrote a book. Hold on. Latrice said home health aid, McDonald's, DoorDash, and sometimes donating her plasma. These are all the things that Skye has told us what she uses as sources of income. All to survive, but she thought it's best to have another baby, a man who's not helping, and his child, and as well, Lord, fix it. Well, that's what she says, sis. Now, we're now 41 minutes into the 48-minute live stream, and she still has not told us how the husband is helping. She's made no mention if the husband works. She makes no mention if the husband got any type of income. 41 minutes into this story, and there's been no mention. You know why? Because she don't want y'all to focus on the husband. She mentioned it because somebody asked her. So she mentioned it. She answered the question. Yes, I'm married. But she don't want y'all to focus on husband because then that takes your focus away from that she needs help.
I've always made sure me and my kids had it. Like, I've always made sure. It's just a simple fact of you only gave me a few days to figure this out. My credit is bad. Like, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, it's just like a whole mess. Like, that's why I've been working on my credit. I've been like, it's like so much that I've been trying to No, I didn't miss payments. I keep calling my landlord. I'm gonna keep calling him. I've left messages. Even the lady in his office said she tried to call him, but she said he's in court. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. I gotta get. I've been at this apartment for years. Lord have mercy. I just. I'm.
Wait a minute. How
Don't
long
get
she
me
been
wrong.
at the
I'm happy to
apartment?
believe. No, I didn't miss payments. I keep calling my landlord. I'm gonna keep calling him. I've left messages. Even the lady in his office said she tried to call him, but she said he's in court. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. I gotta get. I've been at this apartment for years. Lord have mercy. I just. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to be leaving because I've been wanting to get out. It's just the simple fact of the amount of days that I.
So wait a minute. So she said she's been at these apartments for years. So what's years? 2 years, 3 years? I know back in 2020 she wasn't in these apartments. So when did she move in these apartments, y'all? Do anybody know? Was it 2021, 2022? Y'all divide 232 6,000, see what you get. So you've been in, let's just say she's been in these apartments since 2022. So she's been there about 2 years. Because I know in 2020 she wasn't there. She was in another place. So let's say she's been there. So is it that, did she have Section 8 when she moved into the apartment, or did she get Section 8 while she was already living there? It was 2022 winter when she moved in. Oh, she had it already, Lynn? Shonda says, sis, I don't know. You got 25 months, 2 years roughly. Okay. She's 6,000 behind and she's just being evicted. That's because she's been paying the rent to her land or to the courts. So I don't know, y'all. Like, her story got too many holes in it for me.
I was given. It's crazy. I showed the lawyers. I don't even know who the lady came. I guess she was a lawyer when she came out to the waiting area to talk to me. I showed her a letter stating that I had to get out. Like, I've even see. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've had so much going on. I started for a while saving money to buy a house. I got into a program to buy a house. Now, you know what I'm saying? I can't even focus on that. Like, it's like every time.
How you gonna focus on a program to buy a house? You said you were saving money to buy a house, but the money you said that you had put to the side to pay the courts, the money that you owed, you said you spent it because you had bills and you had to buy paint. Skye, hush.
I'm up. Like, every time I get 2 steps forward, I'm pushed 10 steps back. Like, why? So they gave me 7 days. So that's what I have to be out by the 29th. I just got the paper yesterday. So I didn't even get the whole full 7 days.
You did get the full 7 days. You just didn't get the letter to 2 days after. But you still got the 7 days. That could be too, Winter. I think that was it too.
Yeah, so they don't have to take me back to court, but why wait this many months? And I've been paying rent every single month. Why wait now?
I mean, sis, we don't know. You won't tell us. That if you went to the courts, they definitely told you why. You won't tell us why.
I don't even know if Section 8 has temporary housing, because honestly, man, if I could put this woman on this live and her not here, that she's on this live, y'all will hear this lady. She is not. I don't even know why she got in the job. When you get into being to working in DSS, like, you know, child or working in Section 8, you're supposed to help people. This woman ain't trying to help me at all.
Lady Marie, welcome to the
I was
live
like,
chat, sis.
so what I told her, I said, so I given you all this information that I needed to be out of this apartment a long time ago. And then I sit here and tell you that they just did it to me. And you're telling me if I can't get a letter from them stating that I'm in good standings, I lose my Section 8. She said, yes. I said, so you're saying that I have to be homeless with my kids? This woman literally said, I don't care. I don't care.
No, sis, that's not what she said. She said to you, in order for you to keep your Section 8 and get a voucher to move somewhere else, the current landlord would have to give a letter to say that you're in good standing. You know damn well that you're not going to get that letter because you tore them people's house up, and you, at one point, you got behind the rent and they had to take you to court for it. So you've caused too many problems, Skye. So why, if you really wanted to hold on to your Section 8, you should have kept your apartment clean and you should have paid your rent. See, this is what happens when you don't take accountability. Like I said in the beginning of this live stream, Skye has to learn how to take accountability for a lot of what's going on here. Because at the end of the day, she's the root of the problem. The way she kept her house, that's her fault. That's nobody's fault but hers. Now, things breaking down in her home and her landlord not coming to fix it within a quick time frame, yes, that could be the landlord's fault, or it could be Skye's fault because she probably was embarrassed to ask the people to come fix her stuff. At the end of the day, she's still the root of the problem. Now, I can see if everybody in the apartments was complaining about the landlord's maintenance, it's not, the owner of the apartment's maintenance team, it sucks. And if everybody was complaining about that, then I could understand. Skye has never mentioned that everybody in the apartments say the maintenance sucks. She's never mentioned that. So at this point, since, yeah, and again, we're now 46 minutes into this 48-minute live stream, and you have still neglected to tell us what new hubby is going to do to help you. Skye, you steady trying to hold on to the Section 8, and the very sad, harsh reality is it sounds like you won't be able to hold on to that Section 8. But here's the good news, sis. You got a husband. So instead of one income, now it should be two.
Care. And when I'm asking to speak to her supervisor, she's saying her supervisor won't be in to next week. What they said next Monday. And all I'm trying to do is make a better life for me and my kids. Because like I said, I did start my second job. I had to let it go, but I did start it because that was money that was supposed to go into my account to buy a house. So like, it's not like I'm sitting around not trying to change what I'm going through or what's going through or whatever. It's not like I'm sitting around like, oh, I want to be on Section 8 forever. That's not the situation. But this worker sit here, and after you was given multiple things, you was given multiple letters stating that me and my kids needed to be out of this apartment. The lady took and called and said that after I called code compliance, mind you, she been in apartment multiple times. But because I called code compliance, she wants to call Section 8 and say I destroyed the apartment. We ain't even moved out. When you move out, you supposed to clean the apartment up, all that stuff. Like I said, I got paid, all that stuff. Go do all that before I moved out. You tell the workers, so then my Section 8 workers supervisor was right there when that phone call was made. She said the lady only did that because you called code compliance. She said they're gonna do everything they can to get you out of there. So I'm sitting here like, so what can we do to get me out of this apartment before they try that? Oh, we gotta go by this. We gotta go by that. Oh my God.
Skye, we'll talk to you later, sis. Bye. All right, y'all. All right. So can we help Skye? Yes or no? I think it's a big no. Skye, the moral of the story is you messed them people's apartment up. They're not happy with you. I wouldn't be either if I was a landlord. I would be very upset that you came and tore up my apartment. Okay. You nasty it up. You had to put carpet down. Who puts carpet down in an apartment unless it's a dead body on the floor? You've had to put carpet. You got to go paint. Girl, it's too much, Skye. You've only been there 2 damn years. There's too much reconstruction you got to do for a house that you only been in 2 years. And the moral of the story is, Skye, you're nasty, sis. And unfortunately, your nasty ways has gotten Lenitra. Your nasty ways has gotten you in a position to where now you got to go. Okay. Them people probably have had enough. They probably had several complaints from your neighbors. Again, I don't know. Okay. Skye owe back rent that she can't afford to catch up, period. That's true. And then again, how long are you supposed to pay your rent to the courts? Like, how long does that go on Like she told us last year. And we're already almost into the 8th month of this year. So it sounds like you've been paying your rent for damn near a year to the court. How long was that supposed to go on? Until your lease ended? Once Skye had to go to court for back rent, she breached her contract then. At that very moment, the contract was automatically breached. So unfortunately, I mean, you could still stay because if the agreement was made that you could pay and the landlord or the owner agrees to you paying the rent to the courts until you satisfy whatever you need to satisfy. And they probably gave her a certain time limit. That's probably, you know what, now that I think about it, that's probably what it was. They probably gave her a certain time limit to pay that back rent. And if it wasn't paid by then she would have to, you know, they're going to evict her. So they probably gave her a time limit. Like, we'll give you till, you know, we'll give you, I don't know, 180 days, 6 months to get this back rent paid. So instead of paying it to the landlord, pay it to the court. So pay your back and your current to the landlord. That's probably what it was. And when she didn't get it paid by said time, they said, okay, well, you got to go. Not only that, Skye wasn't even getting mail delivered to her mailbox per se. Well, it was eventually delivered to her mailbox. But she also has something called informed delivery, where the where the post office will electronically send you images of what mail that you have coming to be delivered to you. So that's how she was made aware that she had a letter coming from the courts, because in her informed delivery, she saw that she had a letter being mailed from the courts. But yet she can't get in touch. You over there on the phone arguing with the Section 8 worker, trying to hold on to the Section 8, instead of getting on the phone with the attorney that you claim you have, trying to figure out why you got this letter. You know, here's the thing, y'all. It's hard for everybody. Well, a lot of people, it's hard right now. Economically, it's hard, right? And they're saying in the months to come, the closer and closer we get to this election, it's going to get even harder. So at this point, the only thing that I could say to Skye, if I could have a conversation with her, is, sis, you need to figure out where you keep going wrong. When you get whatever money you got coming in from whichever sources you got it coming in, you need to figure out what needs to be paid and what doesn't need to be paid or doesn't need to be bothered with. When she was at Walmart talking about she coming back to go get her a Paris Hilton cup that costs $15, yeah, you probably should have been spending money on $15 Paris Hilton cups. And now you got this husband, and in this 48 minutes that you sat on this live stream and talked to us, you didn't tell us not one time what the husband was going to do or is doing to help the family that you and him have blended together. You said Skye's in the cycle. The Baebay over there. I wonder, is this the singing shower guy? Is this who she married, the singing shower guy? Because I know that's not the guy that she that put himself out of her house back around tax time that she blasted on Facebook. I know that's not the guy. And that was just like February or March. Girl, it's just July. You done met a whole nother man between March and July and then married him and moved his son in and him. Whew, baby, that's a lot going on. Child, at the end of the day, folks be having a lot going on, okay? And some of the stuff is avoidable and some of the stuff is not avoidable, okay? Because if you keep running into the brick wall, child, you definitely don't need to be worried about why your head hurting. Okay? All right, y'all. That's my time. Whoo, baby, that was rough right there. I mean, y'all catch this in the replay. Y'all leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Tia Mars, definitely gonna see you in the next one, honey. Thanks to all the new members to the break room. We greatly appreciate you. We embrace all our newcomers to the break room because we definitely come over here, honey. We do our little gossiping. We watch our videos. We talk about the things that's going on. And we always have a good time over here. I appreciate you guys. I enjoyed you all. I hope you enjoyed me as well. And I'm definitely going to see y'all in the next one, honey. Remember, so what you love. Not you tired, Miss TLD. Bye.